Welcome to the New Life Podcast. I'm your host, David Smith. Today we're going to be talking about God's provision. In Philippians 4:19, the Apostle Paul wrote, "My God will supply all your needs according to his riches and glory in Christ Jesus." The word for supply here means to cram full, as in a net. Think of a time in your life when God provided for you a paid bill, groceries on your front porch, or maybe you were standing in line at the checkout, didn't have enough to cover the full cost of the bill, and a stranger covered the remainder of the balance. I can think of a time in my life when that happened. When I was a kid, we were short on money. My dad didn't know how a bill was going to get paid, and a check mysteriously showed up in the mail. It was for the exact amount of the bill. I can remember as a kid, we always sat down and said grace. We always said grace for every meal. Something my dad still does. He is always thankful for the food that is on the table, and that has stuck with me. Luke 12:24 says, "Consider the ravens. They don't sow or reap. They don't have a storeroom or a barn, yet God feeds them. Aren't you worth more than the birds?" There's been times in my life, just like everybody else, where I've been so full of anxiety because I took my eyes off of Christ and focused them on my situation, whether it be my job or something else. I remember there was one time in my life where I was focused on my job, and I put so much pressure on myself that I actually had an anxiety attack. What I learned from that situation is I had to just learn to trust God. Even though I've been a believer for a long time, it was difficult for me. Just be thankful. That's the overall theme of today's episode.